Another budget-friendly wig from Nell's Wigs. I'm so excited to be bringing you a review of Carol 03 from Nell's Wigs. If you have been watching my videos for a while, then you know I specialize in reviewing the monofilament wigs from Nell's Wigs. Nell's Wigs is one of my favorite retailers. She is a budget-friendly online retailer, carries heat-friendly synthetic wigs, affordable. Very affordable in some cases, heat-friendly synthetics, but she has a line of monofilaments that I believe are perfect dupes for the major name brands, but at a third to a quarter of the price. They're very, very close and they're excellent. And today we're going to learn all about Carol 03. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook, and I am here in partnership with Nellie from Nell's Wigs to bring you this review of Carol. Not only is this a review, I have a tip video, a bonus tip segment showing you how I fixed the zigzag part on this one. I filmed that segment. I also showed you this wig fresh out of the box, so you will see how Carol might come to you and how you can work with her if she does. One of the things I have noticed with a lot of the wigs from Nell's Wigs is they do need a little bit of help out of the box, but that's not unusual. And I have to generally tweak most of my other wigs that I get as well from the major name brands. I generally have to fix something about them. And I have so many tip videos showing you how to do different things with these wigs to make them your own and to make it so that you are more comfortable in them. So Nell's Wigs is not unique to that. But one thing I have noticed is since her wigs generally do not have any permatease, I really can't think of a single wig I ever got that has permatease. They tend to be really flat and sometimes they get a little bit of a box hair type flatness to them, and just a little bit of heat from a hairdryer is usually magical and is all that's needed. This time I did use a hairdryer, a hot comb, and some water. So if you want to see that, you should stick around. I'll timestamp that segment below and you can skip to it if you want to. This may not be your style or your color. That segment is going to help you with any wig though. So it's worth going and watching that so you can learn some techniques on how to work with your wigs. Also, to note, Carol comes in 5 colors. So this is Carol 03, and the color on this one is light blonde and dirty blonde mix. But there are 4 other colors, and Nellie carries hundreds of wigs. And she has lots and lots of not only style options, but other color options. So if you love this style, but it doesn't come in a color that you would wear, you can message them. Just go to their website and ask, what would be a comparable style to Carol, but maybe in the color that you're looking for? So that's my best tip for you. Nellie offers so much, not only budget-friendly wigs, tons of them. She also has a private Facebook group, and you can learn so much in that group and see a lot of her wigs just on all of our Wig Sisters. She's got a huge private group, and women are constantly sharing their Nell's wigs, how they look, what they think of them, what they've done to tweak them. That is a great place to go if you are, especially if you're new. But if you're contemplating buying from Nell's Wigs, but you're a little nervous, it's another great way to go see the wigs on more people. Also, Nellie offers customizations. If you are afraid to work on your own wigs, she can do it for you. Now, she sometimes has to turn them off because she is a small business. If she gets a lot of custom requests, she may have to pause so she can catch up. You can sign up for emails, though, to be notified when they are open again. She can do just about anything. She can trim length. Maybe you love this wig, but you wish she were 3 inches shorter. She can do that for you. She can cut bangs. She can add lift if you're too afraid to really do that with your wigs yet. She can add curls. She can straighten. So very much. Look at this one all the way around. Love, love the layers on this one and the natural density. It has just a soft wave pattern and beautiful layers, face framing layers. What a natural cut on this one. Super natural density, no permatease, so she's very flat on the top. I fixed the part, but I did not like super flatten this. It was pretty flat to begin with, and there was a little more face flopping than there is now since I fixed the part. And again, you'll be able to see all of that. This wig is such a great option if you want a ponytail wig. I get a lot of requests. What's a great ponytail wig? A wig like this is perfect because the density is natural, so the ponytail is going to look natural. With the face framing, that just helps a wig look so natural when it's up in a ponytail. Bobby pin a few back if you don't want it as, because there's, you know, pretty thick segment here that's a little bit too short to fit in a ponytail. Just bobby pin a little bit of it back and leave a little bit of it down. And now it just looks so natural. This is inside the cap. So for those of you maybe not familiar, when I said monofilament earlier, that's what I'm talking about. This is a monofilament top. It has this one actually has 2 layers with the flower lace over the front, which is really soft. So sometimes monofilament can be a little scratchy. This is a softer layer that has eliminated that. We have lace that goes ear tab to ear tab, so extended lace. This is what I'm saying. This price point, and they're very similar to the major name brands. Soft ear tabs with bendable stays, extended nape, Velcro adjustment on her monofilament wigs. They don't come with any clips or combs, so she includes pressure-sensitive clips free. With pressure-sensitive clips, they're the kind of clips that come in toppers often. They open and it's like a little comb, and then you close it and it clips in. And she includes these for free. So if you want to add clips, sometimes people add them to the ear tabs, and then that's going to give you a little bit of extra security on your wig, or you can add it to the nape if you feel like the wig slides up in the back. That is such a nice little touch that she offers. A lot of her other wigs come with clips and combs, just not the monofilament. Let's talk about fit. So what I really love is Nelly actually includes measurements at her website on each listing for the head measurements, the range of head measurements that these wigs will fit. The monofilaments fit differently than her other types of wigs, but I love that she includes that. I find these to fit true to average. Sometimes I found them to be slightly smaller than average. I'm not really, it's really hard to say. I will tell you, I do get extra cap, quite a bit of extra cap in the crown. I am very petite over the top of my head. All of my measurements are in the description box below, and you can compare them to yours. I do have to cinch these in a fair amount, and I have a fair amount of stretch. I think this wig is running very true to average. You can be a fair amount bigger than me in all of your measurements and fit this one. Just look at what she recommends on her website. And I would say usually you can go a little smaller and a little bigger. That's like the safe way. I can't wear this one without a wig grip, but with one, it's just fine. This is the lace front. It's really good, you guys. Now, because this is a little big on me, it's not laying 100% flat all the way because I don't have a lot of tension on it. But it is better when I've got a wig grip on. But this is a great, really realistic, great lace front. Knots are super small, not really visible, and it's like perfectly plucked. So even the lace front rivals the major name brands. They're just so good. All right, let's talk about this color. Like I said, there are 5 colors. I have Carol 03, and again, that color is light blonde and dirty blonde mix. This is a beautiful neutral blonde with dimension. You can see the dimension. I'm standing in front of a big window. We will get outside. This is rooted, but looks to me to be a dark blonde root. So it's not like a dark brown root. It looks a little darker inside, but quite a bit lighter outside. And so we've got kind of a warm low light tone, but the dimension is not really yellowy blonde or golden, which is why I think this is more of a neutral. I don't see a gray tone at all, so I really don't see a lot of ash in this, but it's not really yellow or golden overall, and so I really also don't see a lot of warmth. I think it's that perfect middle ground blonde, very dimensional. Let's get outside and then get to that color segment. Or the tip segment. All right, direct sunlight. Not ideal, but that's what we got. I'm gonna walk into the shade in a moment. This is gonna look a lot more warm out here in the direct sunlight. Please keep that in mind. Direct sun warms up, especially midday sun, warms up colors. Even colors that are not generally warm colors will look warmer. It's why color's so hard. Where did you see the wig and what was the lighting? Because that's not necessarily the color you're going to see when you get it. We're not always in direct sunlight, but we are indoors a lot. So I think it can be helpful to see outdoors, in the shade, in sunlight, indoors. But as a reviewer, I don't always have access to everything. But hopefully you've got a chance to at least see it. Here we are, fresh out of the box. I have combed through her though. Before I decided I was going to do this little tutorial segment, because I didn't know what I was going to get out of the box either, I did comb through it and try to get rid of that zigzag part. Sometimes a zigzag part can be removed by combing forward or brushing. I like a brush with these wigs, and then brushing back, and sometimes that fully gets rid of the zigzag part. That did not work in this case. It doesn't always. So the next step would be some water and potentially some hot air. So in this segment, all I'm going to use, I think, is water and heat. I have Nellie's, it's called the Ultimate Hair Tool Kit. You guys, if you have not seen this thing is incredible. Not only do we have a lot of uses for the hair dryer segment, we have a concentrator that goes on here, but this thing has got the most attachments of any all-in-one tool I've ever seen. I've shown a lot of tools, you guys, a lot. And when I got this, I was absolutely floored just at the comprehensiveness of it. A little silk bag so you can travel with some of these pieces. It has a hot comb, which nothing I have ever used an all-in-one kit had a hot air brushes, multiple sizes. We've got curling irons that are like the Dyson curling iron. It sucks it in with air. We have got scissors, thinning shears. You guys, this thing is phenomenal. And if you are in the market for a hot tool, I highly recommend you look at this thing. Not only is it incredibly functional, but it is gorgeous. But we're just going to use the air segment today because I want to show you in this video how quick and easy it can be to fix face flopping or get that part set, and you don't need to cut into the wig. The things I'm doing here they're permanently changing the wig in a sense, but not irreversibly changing a wig like cutting would. And that's my goal of this video. I have other videos where I show you how to trim bangs, how to trim face framing layers, how to thin around the face, which this really doesn't need any of that. The cut on this one is beautiful. It's just really this front section that isn't as natural as it could be because of that part, and because, it doesn't all lay perfectly. Because this has a full mono top, you can actually part it wherever you want on the top. For the sake of ease, I am just going to part it where it kind of naturally wants to part. Every wig, even full mono top wigs that have parting flexibility, naturally come with some sort of a part. And it's quicker to part it where it wants to part versus completely changing a part. And because I don't want this video to be super long, I'm just going to do that. But I also have videos showing you how to change the part, so I can help you with that as well. So what I did was I took my rat tail comb, because it's easier with the skinny teeth versus a wide tooth. You can also use the rat tail part. And I found where the natural part is. Can you see the difference there? And I'm going to spray it down with a little water just to get it to stay, because you see how it wants to spring back? Because even though it came with the natural part, that zigzag is creating fibers that want to go against the natural part. And even though this water is not going to be permanent, because what is happening is sort of like a muscle memory in the fibers, and I need to redirect that and change that. And the only way to permanently do that is with heat. But getting them wet will hold them in place until I can apply the heat. So if this were human hair, I still may need to use heat, but I might have an easier time with just water. But this isn't human hair, it's heat-friendly synthetic. All right, so I've got the part in the center. Again, you do not have to wear this with the center part. My goal of this video is to show you some tips, tricks, techniques, and then you apply them to what it is you're trying to do with your wig. Now, you can use the concentrator nozzle to really get in there, or if you don't have a hairdryer with a concentrator, you can just do this way too. It is perfectly fine. And until I got this tool, I didn't have one, and I always just use the regular tip. So now I'm just going to hit it with heat. So the goal with heat friendly, when you're trying to change a style permanently, whether it's fixing a part, smoothing down poofiness, getting lift in a face flopper, straightening a curl, whatever it may be. See, it's already starting to spring back because it's starting to dry. Synthetic and heat friendly synthetic dry very quickly. heat is the key, but the cooling process is truly the key. So we're heating up the fibers and then we need them to cool down, and then the new style is set and it's baked in, if you will. There is a cool shot button on this tool that will allow you to hit it with some cooler air and help it to cool down faster. And we do have multiple temperature settings. We've got multiple fan settings. There's a lot, and there is an instructional guide as well. Again, I'm just trying to set this part and get these fibers to stay. I'm going to hit it with that cold air. So that it'll cool off faster. Much better, much better. And this side is still fairly wet. And plus, most of the fibers on this part that were wayward were going this way. So most of these that went on this side of the part were already going the direction that I wanted them. So you can kind of see how that's different. We still have a couple that are going to be stubborn, so I'll work on those. And again, let me just show you the hot comb feature. I do love a hot comb for redirecting part line because it just gives you so much more control, and this will heat up. So maybe I'll demonstrate with the hot comb as well, and it may be worth investing in. I am blown away by how lightweight this is. It is so light. This thing has a huge temperature range as well. So it will come in handy, and you'll be able to use this on human hair. This is a great way to flatten out the top of a wig that's too poofy, to redirect the fibers on a wig like I'm doing on this one, to get lift in the front. A hairdryer has its use for these things as well, but every wig is going to be a little bit different. You can also use the flat end of this to really smooth down a wig. This is a great way to flatten out poof around the part. That was truly all I had to do, and had I not been filming and trying to show you different techniques, it would be super quick. Again, if you're just changing the part completely, because you can do that on this one, you would just do the same thing. It just may take a few more passes, a little bit more effort, because as you saw, we had a few stubborn fibers over here. You might have more of those if you're trying to change the direction of more of the fibers. Another thing that you can do with all of this is to get a little volume and a little lift on the wig. So for some of you, this flatness that I just created is what you're looking for. You don't want a poofy, voluminous wig. This doesn't have any permatease, so there's not built-in volume to it. And if it's too flat for you, then what I would recommend you do is get a little lift. And one of the easiest ways to get lift on a heat-friendly synthetic wig like this is to hold it upside down and blow into the cap with hot air from a hairdryer. And be careful, because it's really easy to overdo this and get way more lift than you want. So I would go slow. I just do it for maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds. You want to hold it. Again, the cooling process is what gives you that effect, and then put it on, see where you're at. You may have to do that multiple times, but once it's done, and then you don't have to do it ever again. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.